professional. No, goddamn it, you're muted, what? Endearing, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fade breaks, staying hydrated. It's Shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Trial watching, trials and tribulations. It's Camp Shorty calling all nations. What are you drinking? Shall we skip this part? Left or right-handed? Shit, she slid it to the start. She's a fucking professional. Yo, goddamn it, you're muted, what? Endearing, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fade breaks, staying hydrated. It's Shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Psychology corner. Let's learn about stuff. New Miss Shorty music. Calling their bluff. Best chat, best community. We've got the best minds. A safe, supportive sanctuary full of fun and love. Rock out with your cats out. Curse all you want. And here at Camp Shorty, we even say cunt. She's a fucking professional. You goddamn it, you're muted, what? Endearing, it's iconic. Cheese breaks, fade breaks, staying hydrated. It's Shorty time. She's a fucking delight. Hey, Shorties, what's doing, y'all? Get in here, Shorties. Let's fucking go. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty. Camp Shorty.
Hey, Shorties, it feels like forever since we've listened to that song. Hi, I changed my top. That's what she said. Miss Shorty merch, y'all. And I've got pajama pants on still because why not? Lol. Lol. Do I know what background I want? Yeah, we can do that one. Really? I didn't make one for this one. That matches my outfit. Or maybe stay weird? I don't know. What do you think, chat? We could choose any of them. I don't like that one. Not today. Maybe. Vote. Chat vote. Chat vote. I don't know. I should have made one. God, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing? Hi, who's here? Princey. Hi. Ugh, that's what he said. I say it so much. I say that's what she said so much. Hi, Simi. He called it Shark Week. What are we talking about? Yikes. That's a random comment to come into. Life artist, Chatty Space, Steph. Hi. Hi, Shelley, Poker Mom. Wait, oh, that's 3 elements. Hi. Hi. Simi. I said hi. Motion to screen. What the fuck? Granted. Joe Schmo says, hi, Joe. Whenever my little sister had sleepovers, I left the country. Well, just the house, but basically the same thing at that age. Well, come on in, Joe. We're having a Friday night sleepover, just no sleeping. Although the ladies, five glorious ladies are going to be chatting on screen. And they're all rather lovely on the eye. Not that we really care about what people look like, but they are. So that. Holly, hi. Colors, hi. Where did you catch a direct flight, Colors, or were you parachuting in from somewhere? Let us know. Akasha, hi. I don't know why I just sighed. Oh, Steph coming in hot like Yannetti. Hot like Yannetti. I reckon you're hotter than Yannetti. Thank you so much. She didn't get that's what she said. He said, I don't get it. Oh boy, says Red Metal, buckle up. Keep your seatbelts on. There could be turbulence. It's Friday night. We tend to get a little feral. You got a direct flight this time, Colors. Amazing. That is random. Hello, 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 all. Hi, hi, hi. Good to see you. Hey, so I just thought we could. I added this stream sort of like last minute. I thought, well, let's do just something kind of fun. Just kick back. We can. There's no need for topic reminders. There is no topic. That Friday, your Friday high day. Yes, Friyay. This is welcome. Yes. Did you smash the like? I hope so. Things could get crazy around here. Could, will, likely. But replay crew, hi. Thank you for watching on the replay. Definitely see if you can come and watch with us live because chat is best chat on YouTube, best community, the end. Best mods, love. 10, 10, 14 out of 10, like 69 out of 10. That is random, says finally catching your lives today. Amazing. I'm so happy that you're here. Because you got up at midnight. I got up at 11:40. Yes. AP, good evening, everyone. Hi, good to see you. So yes, thank you, Princey. Replay crew. If you would like to watch the live chat replay on your handheld device, like mobile phone, tablet, handheld, it's easy. All you do is to swipe left on the comments tab, and it will give you the option to watch the live chat instead. Cool, worth it. Chat will go. I shouldn't preempt anything, but it's my prediction that chat might get a little wild. Also, I'd love you to drop a comment after the stream has ended. Princey, yes. I wondered about the wisdom of my choices at about 6 a.m. this morning. Obviously, 6 a.m. is in the morning. I was like, what am I doing with my life? And I'm like, no, you know what you're doing? What happens is we hit live and we're like, I fucking love this shit. I can we stream 24 hours? That'd be great. Thanks. Nicholas Ticholas is here. Good evening. Sorry, good morning. Good evening. Take 49. Take 69. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Again. Yes. So I was like, oh my God, so we're doing another stream. What's the topic? And I wasn't sure, like literally, Shelley. Like literally, I'm fucking tired. I've got my Barbie earrings on, by the way. Can you see? Yes, Barbie. I don't even like resting. Losers rest. Winners push till they burn out. Wait, what? But this is not really. Doesn't really count as a live stream. I mean, it is because we're live. But so I was like, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to watch? Well, I can't just schedule a live with nothing. I mean, I could, but that's not really how I roll. I like to be planned a little bit. I know it might not seem like it, but it's kind of my jam to have some sort of something planned, because otherwise I'd ramble like this for forever, which could be interesting. So I was like, I'm like, I'll just check out Lisa Bilyeu, because I know I just went onto the YouTube home, and I was like, scrolling. It was like serious shit, narcissist stuff, bloody autistic stuff, neurodivergent stuff, Karen Reed stuff. I'm like, no, I mean, we do all that. I love all that, but where's some fun? I'm like, I'll go to Lisa Bilyeu and I'll have a look. And I scrolled. I was like, this is perfect. So this is perfect. I mean, I'm setting it up for perfection. We'll see. What do we do here? Share screen. This. So that's all. That's what she said. That's all I'm saying. Let's fucking go. We can pause whenever, whatever. It's kind of fun. The things at the bottom at the start here make it feel like it's going to be a little heavy. It's not. I promise. I wouldn't do that to you. I promise fun. I promise sleepovers, or like Shorty's night, boys allowed. Let's fucking go.
Loneliness. It's more harmful than not exercising. The equivalent of 15 cigarettes a day, being an alcoholic, twice as harmful as obesity. Which is why today, guys, I am so freaking honored to bring on my...
Sorry, Lisa. She looks cute. Not a dirty pause. Chat. Remember how someone stole my mediocre chicken parm the other night and my green vegetables thing, and I was devastated because I ended up with a very small pizza for $60 fucking. Last night I was like, and I've got no wine either, so I'll have to order in because I haven't left the house for now 9 days. Why would you? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take 2 on that chicken parm because I really still feel like it. So I ordered the chicken parm and the vegetables again, and I watched. I didn't go to sleep, even though I could have. I was very tired. It was like 5:45 p.m. I watched my phone, watched DoorDash pick it up, bring it here, and I stood at the window like a weirdo, waiting for the guy to deliver. And I even opened the door to the delivery guy, which doesn't ever happen. It was so good. I have got leftovers for tonight. Giganto chicken parm, not mediocre at all. Bloody great. The chips were fantastic. The salad was great. The red vegetables were great. 10-10. 10-10. Anyway, that.
My damn homies to help us navigate how we have been able to build friendships in our adulthood. So please welcome my girl, Mafta. We got Danielle in the house. Shorty. And our girl Audrey.
So Audrey, it took me ages to work out who she is. I don't know if you remember, chat. Remember? Oh my God, have we? No, we watched. Remember, there was a guy ages ago in Psychology Corner, probably forever ago. His name, they're all British. Anyway, she's this guy. Podcasters, they podcast together. See, podcaster, creator, and speaker. Nick, you can see if you can pick this accent, but I'm pretty sure we're going to say Chelsea or Kensington in London. They're also cute. They're also lovely. They're such good friends. This is so cute.
So, ladies, as we've been friends for a long time, we know how special our friendship is to us. So if we can help people navigate adult friendships, female friendships, it would be a job well done. So I polled my community to figure out what are people actually struggling with. All right, so I asked, what was the hardest part of a female friendship? The selections were when there's envy or competition, when there's a man that gets in the middle, when one is in a toxic relationship, and when you live different lifestyles, if you're married.
Good options.
Really good options. Now, you guys all seem to nod at every single one of them.
I mean, I think I've had experiences with all of them. With all of them, including when a man gets in the middle?
Well, one of my friends right now is dating a guy that I literally think is a con artist.
Right.
Pause. What do you mean, Stephanie? Walks into sleepover, looks around, slowly backs out. I hate to tell you, but I'm planning us all matching outfits for our sleepover. So that they're going to be pink also, obviously. Why's my mouse going, yeah, nah? Steph has some pretty good Australian accents. Her yeah, nah is pretty good. What's going on? She's also very good.
I had to have the conversation with her.
What did you say to her?
Hi, Salty.
I brought up all the facts of why I think he's lying about his situation. Because it was a really hard conversation because I love her and I want to be supportive, but I'm really worried for her because things that his story is not adding up. So I see that this is literally happening for me right now, and I'm in this position where I don't want to be around this guy because for me he feels very dangerous.
How did you even start the conversation? Because I bet everyone's like, how do you even broach something like that?
Well, we went deep real quick.
Oh, come on. This Women of Impact. You know me.
So basically, I actually think deep down she knows.
She is a slow
There's
ranger.
like all these things that are just not really adding up. And so I was in two minds about whether I said something or not.
Candy, that's amazing. I just received my funny cunt mug. Oy, the monetization goes out the window. Thank you so much. I'm so glad the second one arrived to your actual residence and you've got it. How cool is it? So good. So good. Bravo. That only took like 69 weeks.
Or not. But at the end of the day, I really care about this person. And so I think my angle was like, if I'm not a really good friend, I don't say something. But if I'm a really good friend, I'm like, hey, look, I'm not going to tell you who to date. but I am really concerned that this person is not being honest. So I said to her, look, like, I love you and I'm sharing from a place of like wanting to protect you. She's like, yeah, I can see these certain things. Yes, I did think that was weird. So I'm like, okay, so where is your line?
Hi,
Because
Patricia.
you are
It's been a
agreeing that
while.
these things are not adding up. But I'm worried that you're not holding a standard for the men that you're letting in your life, because you should have a higher standard than this. But I did draw the line on being around him. I was like, just so you know, I am not going to go to dinner with him. I am not going to
Excellent.
be around him because I don't want him knowing anything about me, because I don't think he is a good person. And I don't want that in my life. I don't want to welcome that person into my close friendship circles, into my family, because I
It
don't
gets
know where
less
that's gonna
heavy,
end.
trust
All
me.
right, so quick question. Out of everybody here, who is so glad that they're friends with Danielle because she's going to be that honest with you?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Like
I'm not
shaking
friends with
telling
her.
a story, because it's really hard, like to have that, like tell your friend,
Yeah.
like, I'm not okay with
But
this.
it gets really like kind of tricky to have that conversation as well if
She's
they've been in a
so
relationship with them
pushed.
for a long time, because you know that there is a chance that they will choose the other person over you, and you know that by just being honest and communicating how you feel, like we've all been in that situation where you're like, I don't want you to think badly of me, so I'm now not going to tell you things. If you don't like my partner, I'm not going to tell you about my partner, instead of going, I'm actually not going to be with this person. So it's really brave, I think, to have that conversation.
That is so good. So I was going to share something. It reminded me, like I was on the other side of the story. This happened to me a long time ago, and I hadn't thought about it in a lot of years. But you guys know my friend Claudia. We've been friends for 20-something years, and she is so...
Sorry, babe. Just pause. I'm just going to say, I don't know if this means anything to anybody, but however, this guy, Matthew Hussey, is that Sloane Ranger Audrey Hussey's husband. He has 3.3 million subscribers. So Lisa Bilyeu hangs out with very, very upper echelon folk, right? Their relationship, they do relationship podcasty things. So that's all I'm saying. Back to it.
so loving, and we've lived together, we were roommates. It was amazing. What happened is that my boyfriend at the time and her
Sorry, babe. Laura says I struggle with close friendships. Same. I mean, I think we all are kind of close, but I don't know. It's just same. I think this is a really helpful episode.
cousin
fun.
at the time were
It's really
hanging out
inspiring
together,
and cute.
and they started doing some crazy things with women. And Claudia, my friend, didn't know how to approach this conversation, because she knew, obviously, because of her cousin. And so she wanted to tell me, and she didn't know how to tell me. And I remember we sat down in the dining
back
room,
flap,
and she
Steph.
said, Martita, this conversation is really hard for me to have with you, because I know there's two paths after this. One is you may not want to be my friend anymore, ever. But I don't care, she said, because I care about you and I care about your heart. And so the other path is that I tell you what I'm going to share with you, and then things probably are going to change in your relationship. But I just cannot continue to be living with you, being your friend, knowing these things without telling you. And I was like, oh my God, please tell me. And first of all, this is not, somebody who just became friends with me and maybe she's jealous about...
That's
No,
assault
she's a
colours.
good friend. And so I said, listen, I trust you. Whatever it is that you're going to say to me, it's going to be, I know, for the good of my heart, like you're saying. So please be open.
We'll be your
share with me.
besties, Nick.
So then she shared that with me. And obviously I believed her, because that's the thing about really good friends. They are there for you. So you also have to have an open heart and not be blinded by love or try to protect your relationship with whomever you are at that moment. It's like, I'm going to listen with curiosity to see what my friend has to say.
That's so beautiful. I think the problem comes when one of them isn't in that state of mind. So it's like, if you're telling somebody and the person just doesn't want to hear it, that's when it's like, I don't know how that works. I think your friend is right. It's like, look, for me to be able to feel good about myself as a friend, I have to be honest with you. And if that means that unfortunately may break this friendship, I can live with that. I can't live with not being honest with you. So where's that line? Okay, so I want to reveal the poll results.
Yeah.
Do you guys have, before we reveal, do you guys have a hypothesis of which one is the top one that most women find difficult?
I think the first one, maybe.
I think first or last.
I think
First or last, yeah.
I thought first or the third one.
All right, drum roll, please. Let's reveal the answer. When there's envy and competition, and it won by a freaking landslide.
Wow.
54% of people think that envy and competition is the hardest thing in their relationship.
Yeah.
So I've actually got a community question from your community, Radhi. You reached out and you said, how can I help? What are you guys struggling with? And this person said, how do you deal with jealousy in friendships when your friend is not being happy for your success? So you've gone from somebody that was in London, no one really, knew your name, and holy smokes, girl, you come to LA, you blow the world right open, and you have a massive following, you've got a crazy career, like podcast, book, and so your life has completely changed. Have you experienced that with any of your friends? And what advice can you give to someone at home right now?
I think the first thing I would say is I've definitely been the other person too, where I've been like jealous of people. But I think it's because when I was going through those feelings, it was because I was so confused and unhappy with the way I was living my life that you constantly crave other people's lives or how they're feeling, or you crave what they have, but really you're craving the way that they're feeling about their life more than you're craving what the actual thing is. So I was like, yeah, I want to be happy, or I want to figure out what my purpose is, or I want to figure out what job I want to do, like figuring out all those things through that journey. I definitely felt waves of this. Oh, but like, why is that person so
She has the most beautiful eyes. So beautiful, the most beautiful hazily green eyes. Gorgeous.
happy doing this?
Not
Like,
that it
how do
matters,
I
but
feel
they
that
are pretty.
happy? And maybe I should be doing this. And so I can really empathize, because I think it comes from a place of when you feel a little bit broken, it's so easy to feel those feelings and not want to either. Like, I don't actually think everyone who feels jealous or feels competition or envy with their friends actually want to feel that way. It's something which overcomes you, and you can still love someone and have love for them, but still get these feelings of envy, because the love is towards them. The envy is something you are feeling. Like, it's something that comes from you. And so I can empathize, but for me at the same time, I'm really limited with what I actually share with 99% of the world. I have very few people that I actually talk
Same.
to about intricacies of my life, whether it's to do with work, personal, my relationship. I have very few people. Two of those people are my mum and my sister. The third person is my dad. And then it's
And then
like,
Jay.
and then Jay. Yeah.
So chat, who here wait, pause. Brit, you should see by the end, they're all like, it's like proper hangout. This is just the start of it. And by like they relax into it. It's an hour and 25 minutes. It doesn't take very long at all. But these are all like media people. They're all like, they're still in their, hey, we're on camera mode. But who in the chat feels like they've got someone that they can talk to? Stuff. I do. But I've had plenty of times in my life where I haven't.
I mean, about he lives in my world, so
Yeah.
he already knows it,
Yeah.
and so it's
I was
really
joking.
no, totally.
Sometimes maybe the problem's Jay.
Yeah, exactly.
Who are you going to turn to when you've got a problem with
It's
your
really
partner?
him. He's really jealous of my hair. And so yeah, I think one, I've limited the amount of people that I talk to about things, because I do understand that sometimes when you share parts of your life and people are really craving it and craving a partner that's like this, or craving work that.
Nick says, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. In my experience, guys don't tend to get envious of one another. Maybe you surround yourself with good men. Because I think that's not necessarily universal. I think perhaps people are on the higher on the scale of toxic, narcissistic kind of like asshole people, are kind of jealous of everybody. Male, like a male or a female, toxic, narcissistic kind of a person. Insecure folk. Maybe you're just well-adjusted, Nico, surrounded by well-adjusted people. Akasha says, I like her hair. That is the kind of hair I wish grew out of my head. Mine is blonde and straight. Yes. Princey says, my new trauma counselor is awesome. I love that, Princey. I love that. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Jojmo says, I'm 100% an introvert, but I probably also share too much. I'm a trusting person, probably to my own detriment, to a fault. My life is an open book. I have nothing to hide, but I do have deeper things to not share. Lucky you, I share everything. If I came into this episode first, I would probably turn right around. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Shelley. Oh, yikes, you guys are a fucking tough crowd. Hey, everyone. Hi, Carrie. Britt says, yeah, no, hard pass. Well, God, you all can suck my dick. Say? I have several people I can be 100% honest with, and them with me. That's lovely. Maiden, hi, Maiden. You definitely seemed open, Joe, in your interview with Shorty. It's the Shorty effect. Joe, I can be an oversharer, says Greenie. I'm also an introvert. Men are from Mars. Wait. Men are from Mars, Venus rhymes with penis. Joe. Holly Street says, love this. Love this. I like it, Lisa. Well, colour's good. Thank you. You know what? I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, chat. You know, I try to do something. This is why we can't have nice things. We're going to have to stay serious from now on. Jokes, lol.
that
Kidding.
they feel fulfilled in. It's really difficult to digest other people's lives being lived like that, and sometimes people aren't ready to accept it and receive it and take it with love. So I'm really conscious about energy in that way, and I do believe that there's no need to share things with people that you know are not in the mental space to receive it. And so with a lot of my friends, even back in London, I don't think that they're not ready to receive it, but I think what is relevant for me to tell them, what's actually going to nourish our friendship, and depending on that person, I will share and decide to open up about my life in that way.
All right, guys, we'll be right back with this girl gang. But before we do, if this episode or any other Women of Impact episode has brought you value, please smash that subscribe button down there, because this is the place, a calling card for all women, that you can come here, build your confidence, get support. We got your back. So smash that subscribe button. Now let's get back to the episode. Well, let me throw some.
Her name is Lisa Bilyeu, Holly. I think it's just Bilyeu, but I say Bilyeu because classy. I'm a classy broad. She's great. We watch a lot of Lisa Bilyeu around here. You're usually in bed by this time, Holly.
A scenario here then.
Yeah, go on.
You're really excited about something. You
Yeah.
can't believe like one of the dreams that you've had since a child has finally come true.
Yeah.
And there's a close friend of yours that you're just like, you want to share that excitement,
Yeah.
but you know she can't receive it.
Yeah.
What do you part of me feels like I don't think it's healthy as a friend to dumb down your excitement and achievement.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I think it depends how long this person's been in that period for. Obviously, if I've had a friend who's been like that for years and years, I wouldn't necessarily say that they're in my close friend
Oh,
circle.
yeah, that's right.
And so I think in my close friend circle, I actually don't have anybody that's like that. And if they've gone through spurts of that, it's been an open conversation of like, I'm really feeling bad about my life right now, and I'm struggling with this, this, and this. So then I'd rather help them with that.
Okay, here's another question. Has anybody got a close friend, like a bestie, that isn't a sibling, who you've been close, tight as with for decades, or a decade or longer? One's in the chat if yes, two's in the chat if no. It could be your spouse, your partner, or but one's if you are, two's if you nah.
If I feel like it's a relationship I want to invest in. But I would say that's a really slim circle of people. And so again, I think that's close friendship versus friends, and then acquaintances, and then people you just know.
So kind of thinking like, going back to this question, thinking like, okay, well, who's in your really small circle of friends that you can be that with, where you can share things?
Yeah.
Who's in that outer circle? What does that look like and represent? And then who's in that circle? And so now you've almost got a method in which you share your happiness and your success without having the backlash.
Yeah, and without having to, like you said, reduce down the excitement and dilute it, because you're like, just in case that person.
Pause. So far we've mostly we've got Colors says yes. Laura says yes. I guess from your previous comment, Laura, that's your beautiful partner. And Greenie says yes. My BFF is from second grade. That's beautiful. I still have friends, like Facebook friends, who I've known since like kindergarten, since I was 4. and that we would call each other friends, but they live in a different state, and they're definitely not. I would never talk to them on the phone or anything, but I wouldn't probably talk to anybody on the phone because that's going to be a no for me. But there's a lot of no's. Nope, I don't have don't have many girlfriends. Nope, says Simi. That's why I thought this would like kind of mean like I have y'all are my friends, and I have confidants and really close friends in the Shorty community, and I'm so grateful for you all. But this sort of stuff that they're going to talk about really, I don't know, it really warmed my heart and made me think about things, and a lot of gratitude, and also still, I wonder if this could be helpful for others to talk about this stuff. Y'all. And Moonfox Studio says, at first glance, I wasn't so sure. Yeah, well, you're part of a medium-sized club, Moonfox. But I realized that I don't want to be judgmental yet. I love that. Now I'm really enjoying this. Excellent. Oh, we try to reserve our judgment. Don't judge a stream by its cover.
Can't handle my joy for it because they don't have the joy to feel in them right now. And it's
Hi,
like, well, I
Spinster.
don't want to put that person through it, but I also want to share my excitement to its fullest with someone that can receive and share it back with me.
You know, I think you said something that's really, really important to highlight. And that is like people, for the most part, aren't bad. And when they're being envious or jealous or insecure, it doesn't come from a place of them wanting you to fail or being unhappy for you. It just comes, to your point, from a place of how they're feeling inside. And especially if we're insecure ourselves, we can be really focused on how we can impress people. Like, I got this promotion at work, you know, me and my husband are getting married. Like, all these things are kind of actually coming from a place of insecurity ourselves. And
oh, she's so posh. Sorry, Audrey. Nick says, my best mate and I met at 12. We shared houses together. I moved to Australia months after he did. Are you a stage 5 clinger, Nick? I'm joking. And he lives an hour away. Oh, I love that. The question was, do you have a close friend but you've been friends with for a decade or longer? Could be your partner, your spouse, could be but not a sibling. Carrie says, my spouse is my best friend. Lovely. There it is. Oh, whoa. Thanks, motion discreet. What the fuck? Simi says, my kids, but I don't really tell them I'm not okay. So it's a no on the bestie. That's a tricky one. Kind of that parent role. Where's the line, isn't it? Akasha says, my real life bestie would help me hide a body and cover up a crime. I would do that for her as well. Excellent. So are you the murderer, and your bestie is the accomplice? I can picture you as a murderer, with all due respect, like in the nicest possible way. 2, yeah. Colors says, oh wait, no, before I go there, and clearly that is because we are both insane and cannot be friends with the normals. I feel that. Color says, I have one who we consider each other best friends that I have known from Washington State since my daughter was 4. Well, that's good. Exactly, Joe. Don't judge a slumber party by its matching jammies. I'm all about matching. I'm wearing pajama pants right now. He's single too, Shorties. Well, I mean, there's me, Britt, and Laura in the chat that have even a remote possibility. Laura's out. She's got her soulmate. Britt, I'll fight you for him. No, I'm out. I'm out with relationships. That's gonna be no.
And that's not how you connect.
It's all yours, Nick.
Like, it's like we have to try and impress less and connect more. You know, I have friends that I've been friends with since I was 4 years old. And when I meet up with them, we connect on things that we connect on.
Exactly.
Because they don't care about my life in LA. They don't care about it. It's like if you had a friend who was a supermodel. I'm not likening myself to a supermodel, but I'm saying if you had a friend who was a supermodel and all they talked about was the glamorous cities they went to, the shoots they went on.
Pause. Hi, Donkey's Noggin. I don't know why I lurked you on Twitter the other day, and I was like, Donkey's Noggin's got 69 followers on Twitter, and I screenshotted it, and I was going to post it in the Discord, and I just got sidetracked because welcome to my life. Lol. Hi, Donkey's Noggin. Good to see you.
Went on, the celebrities they met as a result of it, the money they were making. You'd be like, I'm really happy to hear about this up to a point, and then I don't feel connected to you because I don't relate to your life. Versus if they talk about the purpose that they're getting from modeling and, you know, the confidence they're building from it and the amazing people they're meeting and what they're learning along the way. then you can connect. And I think it's learning to kind of that balance between impressing and connecting.
Right.
And I think it really is an antidote to envy if you really are focused on connecting with the person.
Agree,
in front of you.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
there's two things I think there's a difference between
Connecting rather than being envious. Yes. Akasha says, Greenie, you know that if that were to happen, a slumber party, something is going to get burned down. I'll hide the matches and the lighters, okay? We'll be safe. But also,
feeling jealous and feeling
flame retardant onesies will help save anything getting too crazy.
envious.
Yeah,
Mhm.
totally.
So feeling jealous is like, it's kind of like, oh, I wish I had what you have. And feeling envious is, I wish I had what you have and you don't have it. Which is an
Yeah, I haven't felt
evil
that.
part of, it's like, the shadow. It's a shadow of that person. And
Pause. Simi, there's no hierarchy. There's no hierarchy of trauma and feeling not okay. Don't toxic positivity yourself and don't gaslight yourself, girl. We'll listen. Tell me. I'll listen. I would love to be your best friend and hear your when you're not okay. Tell me. You have my email. Tell me. I'm gonna cry. Fuck, Simi always make me cry, like every time. Why is it always Simi? Being so vulnerable. Spinster says my friend making issue is not due to jealousy but low self-esteem. Well, I think jealousy comes from low self-esteem, right? Like, I don't deserve you, or you probably don't like me. Embarrassing for me to admit. Safe place with Miss Shorty. Yes, it is. That sounds a lot like rejection, sensitivity, dysphoria. But either way, low self-esteem, it's a shitty feeling, isn't it? But this is why we have this beautiful space where we could just like hang with our like shorties at group therapy and just, I don't know, feel seen and heard, because you are seen and heard. I love it.
had an experience with an actress that I was just, there's another friend who's an actor who booked in the last Matrix movie. She's in the movie. So I got super excited for her. So I'm texting her, oh my.
Also, Shelley, I'm so sorry about your bestie. Coming up to an anniversary is always hard. I think anniversaries are the hardest. In my opinion, it's the lead up to those kind of sad anniversaries which are the hardest. Once you get there, it's still tough. But yeah, hugs for Shelley. Soulmates aren't always your sexual partner. Definitely required, all caps. Hard agree. Nick, you said a few comments ago that everybody you seem to present to your best friend are all crazy. Hi, same. in the best kind of way. Me.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I saw the movie, and I was really texting her. And this other actress was next to me, and she was like, what'd you text me? I was like, oh, this friend, did you hear? Like, did you watch this movie? It's amazing. She's in the movie, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, oh, I will never watch that movie. I'm like, why? We both are friends with these friends, or at least acquaintances in the business. And she goes, no, because I'm not happy that she did this. Like, I wish I would have done it. And I go, oh my God.
How honest.
So I asked
how
her.
honest.
So I asked her, so wait, when I book a project, do you watch my movies? And she goes, never.
Wow. At least she told you the truth.
Respect, right?
I'm like, great, I know where I stand.
It's interesting because I was talking to my sister about it, and I said, well, at least she was sincere. And she said, no, my sister said, she's not sincere. She's cynical. She's not sincere. So when I book a movie and I'm working on a project, you don't feel happy. No, I feel envious. That's how I feel.
I feel bad for her.
I know, like going back to
Pause. Has anyone seen? I don't watch movies, so I don't know. Has anyone seen the South American lady who's talking about being an actress in any movies? I don't know. I don't watch movies. I'm not sure. Hugs for Spinster. Princey says, I stay away from my son because I don't want my damage to affect him. Well, you're doing the right thing, Princey, by getting trauma therapy. I think that could go a long way, which should, I hope, I envision that will go a long way to your healing. And then maybe that will help you feel more comfortable to not be so emotionally distant. Akasha says, that is hard, Prince Lover. It was so hard for me to not let my bullshit bleed onto my kids. It is something you actively have to work at. I know I didn't prevent it all, but they turned out awesome. I love it. Donkey's Noggin says, I believe some lady out there swallowed my soulmate a long, long time ago. Oh, yikes. Nah, man. I want to say there's always hope, and then I remember me.
That's your empathy thing. The fact that she cannot be happy for a
I
friend who's got a
know.
gig.
Yeah, she misses out on that joy. And I actually think envy and those type of
Jeannie,
emotions,
that's
envy and anger,
beautiful.
are actually the secondary response. Like the initial feeling is actually pain and hurt and discomfort
Yeah.
and the feeling of not being worthy enough. And then the envy is what shows up externally.
Yeah.
But actually, envy is such a secondary feeling or emotion to everything else going on. I would say envy and anger are
I'm probably going to cry. Shelley says, oh, whew, shit. On a happy note, she says, crying, her son, my godson, is having a baby within the month. Well, that's fucking beautiful. That's beautiful, man.
actually easier emotions to show than vulnerability and saying I actually feel really insecure and I'm sad because I didn't get this role because I really thought I was worth it and I really thought I could have made it. And what is it about me that they didn't like about me that didn't get me that role?
That goes to the success part, right? Where it's like someone's trying to be successful and then someone is actually more successful. So it makes them feel like it's a reflection of them. So what we actually did, I then took this poll and I went even deeper because I was like, what is it about envy and competition that women have? And so we did a poll. Let's pull that up. All right. So the poll.
Pause on the poll results. This is really confusing. I didn't kind of get it. I wasn't really paying attention. The first time I watched it, it was so many words. I was like, eh. Laura says it has taken some time, but I'm finally at a place where I can celebrate that my parents lived. It's been 10 years since we lost mum and 7 since we lost dad, and I miss them every day. Mum was my bestie. And, yes. Well, I'm glad you're at a place now where you can celebrate their life and not just be grieving for their loss, your loss. That's tough. You're right. Motion to scream, what the fuck, granted. This is sad to hear all your trauma. No, Nick, we're here at group therapy being here for each other. Everyone's got trauma, don't they? Everyone's got trauma. Oh, shit, now I'm crying. Yes. Very healing. Colors loves babies. Joe, you bloody idiot. No, that's what we're here for. Oh my God, I feel like we are super trauma dumping on Miss Lisa. Not at all. Not at all. This is our space. Life artist says, I've been crying all week. Stop. Well, cry a bit more. Get it out, girl. Get it out. There it is. Let her rip, life. Cathartic. Therapy. Boom. Colors says, my grandparents are still around. They are my favorite people, like ever. It will be sad when they are gone. Yes. Who's cutting onions? Crying gum. We need the crying gum. Oh, y'all.
Poll was, are you envious
get
in
down
a
to
relationship
facts.
status that you're single and your friend isn't, or vice versa? Are you envious in money? Your friends earn more, so you can't actually afford to go on that girl's trip, or vice versa. Number 3, other friends. They're jealous you have a separate friend circle that doesn't actually include them. Vice versa.
Wow.
And lastly, the availability and communication. Your friends don't understand you have a demanding job and can't hang out or reply to the texts as often, or vice versa.
I think it's 3 or 4.
I think it's 3.
I don't know what she's
All
talking
right,
about.
so
I think so
you think
too.
it's
I
other
think
friends,
3.
other friends. Really? Other friends?
Really?
I don't know. I don't know. Actually.
More so because
I'm
I think other
struggling
friends
with these.
or availability communication.
I
but
think with 4, probably
Number 4, availability and communication.
Yeah, number 1 and 4.
It could also be 1, yeah.
It could also be
It could be
1.
all 4.
I want to know. I want to know the answer.
Let's reveal it. It is
Yeah.
availability
Wow.
and communication by, again, a landslide. So this
I think that would be true for me. I'm terrible with object permanence, so I forget and get too busy or too overwhelmed to reply to or communicate or stay in contact with friends, and they fall by the wayside. They take it personally, and it's not about them. It's totally about me. Joe Schmo says, my therapist taught me that there are big T traumas and little T traumas, but we all have them, and figuring out how to deal with the big T's and the little T's is key to recovery and healing. Yes, I think that there's just trauma. There's no hierarchy in trauma, in my opinion, because if it affects your life, it affects your life. There's no hierarchy, but that's good advice. How you handle is definitely all the trauma. Life artist, I'm so sorry. I lost someone to suicide recently. That's really hard. That's really hard. Hugs for you, life artist. Nick says, I had some heavy stuff to deal with as a child, but since then I've been very fortunate and I'm grateful. Nick, you've also got your secondhand isn't the right word, but your wife, Mrs. Tickless, her trauma. You've vicariously had to carry her trauma, which she is, I'm sure, over the last decade or two, I forget the timeline, working through. You can have secondhand, I'm getting the word wrong, but exactly, Akash. I'm like, I don't understand. It's so complicated. What's this poll? Either way, I agree with the communication and availability. Group hug. I love you guys. Gee, that is pretty amazing, Simi. I'm 62 and know full well how blessed I am to still have both my parents. Look at all the hugs. The hugs from Miss Life Artist. Yes. Well, in the Discord is a beautiful place. This is mostly everybody here in this chat is in the Discord. So if you're not and you'd like to be, send me an email and I can send you a link. Life Artist did ask me for a link just the other day, and I'm so glad you're in there now. We'll help you navigate. It's relatively simple. It might feel a little overwhelming, but we'll give you all of the hugs and love and support there, as well as here. Akasha says, I'm so fucking bad. I don't reply, and sometimes I reply in my head or out loud, but fully intend to actually reply later and a week later, and they actually talk about this now, these lovely ladies, lasses. Group hug. Life Artist, I am truly sorry. We love you, Life Artist. I think a lot of us do that all the time. Candy says, Life Artist, I'm so very sorry. I've lost a cousin and an uncle to unaliving. Life Artist speaks typo even in her sadness and grief. Thanks, it seriously means a lot to me. Of course. Of course. Yes. Same. My glasses are shit. Hugs. And Pokemon says, Shelley, I swear to God, you need to get one of those chargers for him. My son loses his phone, forgets to charge it, reads text, but doesn't reply, calls when he's driving. Well, shit. Oh, no, it's like it's so many of us. Like it's so many of us. Oh, Greeny's going to go and do adulting real life shit. Well, that's rude. Children. Can't live with them, can't live without them, Greeny. Donkey's Nugget, don't you have pain because of that whole soulmate thing you talk about before? That's painful. That's like tragic.
This is 42% of people thought that was one of the biggest things. So this was a poll that we did on the YouTube, Women of Impact YouTube channel. And I started to read the comments because I was just like hearing people's feedback. One of the things I completely missed, guys, completely, and then I just saw it over and over and over, was envy and competition in beauty.
That makes sense.
Oh,
Yes.
I did think,
yes.
Pause. I'm going to push back on that, Joe Schmo. I actually think that's kind of irresponsible of a therapist to suggest that your past relationship dealing with a narcissist is as traumatizing as someone who's undergone sexual assault or domestic violence. That's kind of gaslighting your own lived experience, man. If it affected you heavily, which I know it did, we've had private conversations about that. That's a big fucking T, man. I was the same about my trigger warning about the physical violence and assaults, domestic violence and sexual assault that I experienced with a former like nightmare partner. And for the whole time I'd be like, but it's not like I end up in hospital. It's not like I'm beaten to within an inch of my life. Don't gaslight yourself. Donkey's noggin. Yeah, but I'm a man and we just bury that shit. Oh fuck. I mean, it's got to go somewhere. Donkey's noggin. Simi says, enjoy it, Greenie darling. They grow up too fast. Ain't that the truth? Oh my god, how many
But I
times?
did think. All right, so why do you guys all think it makes sense?
Because the world is so the world
It's-
teaches a woman to be competitive about it. That is
Exactly,
literally sorry, go on.
Akasha.
No. Go.
And defines what beauty is.
Yeah, that is
There's a definition of beauty.
It's through
not
the
like
eyes of
we're
men.
all beautiful.
yes,
That's the thing.
fully.
It's through the eyes of men. It's like the world. It's we are told our value is
Oh my God, yes.
only what men perceive our value to be, which is oftentimes
Externals.
beauty,
Yeah.
external features. And I think that's. But when I look at where it comes from, I personally don't necessarily blame men more than I blame biology.
Yeah.
For instance, I turn 45. I'm in perimenopause. I can't have a baby, right? What's a man's reason to live?
Right.
Procreate.
Yeah.
So now, if you're 45 and you can't procreate, biology makes sure that you then are attracted to a younger person that is more fertile. Now, look, I'm saying that's biology from thousands and thousands of years ago. So when I go back to
We love
where
boobs,
we are in
Greenie. Get
today's
'em out.
society, how do we change that?
I don't actually think it's a man thing because I do think that that's part of it. But I really think I think about when I used to go out when I was at university and I'd go out to a club, I'd actually be dressing up with women in mind because a guy will go for anything. That's what their legs are. Like if you had your legs out at uni and or like you were wearing a tight dress.
Pausing to say, Vixie, I'm so proud of you. Vixie's about to start intense cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, next week, over 30 years of trauma. That's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. But you've got this and you've got us. So we're here for you through the rough parts. And we will be here with you at the end, right? If there is an end to healing. I don't think there is. It's a journey, right? Shelley says, fuck an oath. I don't know what to, but it feels like it's appropriate for that. Laura says, part 1. I know this sounds like toxic positivity, but I understand this saying my uncle used to have. If we all put our problems into a hat, we'd be bloody pleased to get our own back. Yes, I'd probably give a few of mine away, but yes, I agree. I mean, you know what? We're familiar with our own shit, aren't we? We know it intimately. New shit, yeah, I don't want anything else. I'll keep what I got. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Akasha says, Joe Schmo, I have experienced both, and both are equally as life-altering. Same. Princey coming in with heavy shit. My husband's father was shot in the back when he was 6. The ultimate trauma. He stopped speaking for 6 months. That is a big T. Yes, that is a big T. I just don't think there's any place for hierarchy of trauma. I just don't. I'm really adamant on that. That's a massive thing. But for example, the stuff I've lived through for me have been big T's too. I've not been around someone who got shot in the back, my father, but I would say my life has been equally altered by my own shit. I don't know. I don't love hierarchy of trauma. I will die on that hill. That's devastating, devastating for your husband. Lisa, you're the fucking best. Thanks. I'm not, but thanks. I'm like testicles, only better. Besticles. Nicholas says, regards to masculinity. Excuse me. It's, in my opinion, it's never been harder to be a young man than right now. Well, how would you know, old mate? Boomer. I'm joking. And may the odds be ever in your favor, Vixie. That's it. I'm going to cough. Hang on. Okay, that emoji was an accident. I don't know. I kind of feel like it works for Vixie, to be honest. Colors says, Greedy, I'm hiding my boobs from Boot Bop tonight, right now. Hopefully he doesn't notice me. He loves your boobs. Colors doesn't love boobs at all. Princey says, Vixie, I am 3 weeks in. Message me. Part 2, says Laura, I take it to mean our problems are our problems. It's not a competition. Boom. And we are never sent more than we can handle. Exactly. Word. Oh, man, I'd be 3 and easy too. Joe says, I feel like this was an actual Shorty slumber party. I'd be 3 glasses in and we'd already have you in a pink onesie, Joe. Guaranteed. And I'd pass around and wake up with mascara and lipstick and maybe magic marker tattoo or a real tattoo. hard for him to get my life experience. Well, it is quite hard for people to understand other people's experiences because we haven't walked a single step in anyone else's shoes, have we? Joe, bright red lipstick. Yes. Life Artist says, I witnessed a murder-suicide as a kid. It was devastating. So this recent event in your life must be especially hard. Life Artist. It was devastating. I've never been the same. How could you? However, I've had other traumas that have affected me my whole life. I just think it doesn't help us to compare. Agreed. Vixie's got a Pikachu onesie. You can wear that one. Absolutely. Okay.
It really didn't matter what your
Let's
face
go.
looked like or what anything like at
What
that.
your face looks
Do you know what? It really. I'm sorry, but there is.
No, I get it.
It really
I
doesn't
get it.
matter
There was like a stat about how
how a man looks at a woman.
Hi,
and how
Cheryl.
women dress for other women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think about even when I show,
Like,
I'm
I
like, oh my
dress up
god,
for you
this
guys.
girl is so beautiful. Or this, we have a completely different perception of what women beauty is than a man
So
does most of the
interesting.
time.
Yes.
What I see as like when I'm like, this woman is so beautiful, I think most of my male friends actually don't have the same experience that I do when I'm looking at a girl's beauty or a woman's beauty. So actually, when we're looking at each other, we are noticing things that a man would not even notice. And so I think what the competition as you're getting older, I think gets worse, but I think it's more to do with aging. And I think that is more of a society pressure than it is a man looking at a woman differently.
My husband said something to me as well. And he was always like, the most attractive thing about a woman is her confidence.
Yes.
He's like, really like, that's like really what inner beauty is like when a woman can have the confidence to show up as she is.
Motion to scream, what the fuck? Granted says, what is traumatizing to one may not be to another, and vice versa. It is important to show grace and value each person's feelings, whether we understand them on a personal level or not. Yes. Yes, Princey, you've said this before. He and I are both very damaged little kids, and I think it's why we work so well together. I think you're right, Princey. I think you're right. He's lucky to have you, Prince. Life Artist, stop talking also. Yes. Okay, Nick. Interesting. What makes a woman beautiful in other women's eyes? I don't know, chat. What do you think? I will leave it. I will leave it for you. I'll let you have a conversation about that for now, and then I'll weigh in. Simi says, Princey, same with me and my fella. We celebrate 22 years next month. Well said, motion to scream, what the fuck. Joe says her eyes are almost exact same color as my eyes, the one second from the left. Beautiful. Joe, you have beautiful eyes. Motion to scream says authenticity. I was going to say the same thing. Authenticity and a confidence, not to me, not a confidence, cocky confidence, but just a self-assuredness is beautiful in a woman. Colors says something was in my eye for a little while and now I think it's finally out. Well, thank God. That's annoying when you get something in your eye, Colors. It really, really is. And you're like, this is never going to end. This lives in my eye now. So I'm happy for you. I'm happy. Natural beauty. I don't care for tons of makeup and fakeness. I mean, my boobs are fake. I wear so much makeup. My lips are fake. Are you saying, Simi? Vixie says to me, Nick, Simi, you are on my case today about the right and the fakeness and the makeup. I'm joking. To me, Nick, someone who's understanding and will lift you up when you are down. Yes. In men, you like confidence and kindness, Simi. That's lovely, Princey. We are completely patient with each other and understand each other's weaknesses. That's beautiful. Princey's eye is better too. I wear a lot of makeup too. I don't wear any makeup in the day except for some mascara and sunscreen. But here I am on live stream with the cake face. I like women with confidence and their own style. Yes. Simi, how dare you? That's assault. Right? It's lucky I love you, Simi. Oh, it's so glopped on, man. It takes me about 69 baby wipe makeup wipes to remove it, but I don't wear any makeup off stream. I'm just too vain to not wear makeup on live streams. Simi, Nick says, Simi, me and Mrs. Tickles are also 22 years next month. Are you Mrs. Tickles undercover? Yikes. Yikes. Laura says, wait. No, Joe says, I scratched my eyeball in a blackberry patch once. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. Ow, it took weeks to heal. One of the most, I'm not laughing at you, but fuck, man. I think I'm laughing from discomfort. One of the most painful experiences ever. There was nothing could be done for the relief. Yikes. Laura says, your inner beauty is far more important. It's no good if you have to put on a paper bag on your head, though. Yes, true. Cheryl says, however, you know what? When you sent all those photos from the standout from Dedham, not standout, out the front of court, in the buffer zone, outside of the buffer zone, I did notice your beautiful makeup. Excuse me, I'm burping over here. However, I must be doing it right because I get a lot of compliments on my makeup. Thanks, Simi. Vixie says, I don't wear much makeup much. My dentures are out, really don't care. I'm fatally single. Life Artist loves eye makeup. That's my jam. Stop it. Colours just found a tiny bobcat kitten in her daughter's room. Literally. Well, fuck. I wanted to. What colours? If there was a record scratch moment right there, that was it. Missed it. What the fuck, didn't miss it? I'm very happily single, says Candy. No grey balls for me, lol. 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 Like lol. Nick says colours. How did you know his name was Bob? You guys. Chat is Bay.
He's like, I think you're the most beautiful when you don't have makeup on.
Yeah.
Or like you're just oozing your own confidence.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's just a really interesting like takeaway of it. Like, again, we're sold via magazines or online that beauty looks like this, or this, right? And there's certain buckets that maybe certain people are attracted to or not. And so I do think there is a societal narrative that does need to be changed around aging for women.
For sure.
But where did it come from, colours? How is there a 3-week-old bobcat kitten in your daughter's room? What's going on?
I think like the narrative for men is that men do get hotter.
As they get older, yeah.
You don't hear like the silver fox being utilized for a woman, right? So I do think there is societal
Grey
pressures
is
on that.
Bay.
But I also do think a lot of it also lies within women and ourselves being able to say like, I am beautiful.
Yes.
And owning that. Like, I am beautiful. Yes, I have fine lines. I have a C-section scar. Like, I have all these things, but I love my body.
Yeah.
And my body made a whole human. At my age, it's showing all the things I've been through, and I'm grateful for that. And I'll show up however I want and own how I look because I'm so confident in that.
And when you realize that confidence is what men actually like, anytime you go to say something kind of negative about yourself, because I always do that with Tom, or at least I used to, I was like, oh, babe, I don't look good today. Like, oh, I've got like some flab. Or...
Colours, I don't know, isn't the answer we need. We need details. PB rolling, ladies, love you. Yes, enjoy. We'll be there ASAP, but we're having a moment over here. So tell him I said hi. Tell Steve I said hi. Cheryl says my last relationship caused my daughter a lot of trauma. Malignant narcissist. She'll be 18 in 5 years. Maybe I'll date again then. Princey needs to know, where is Mom Bobcat? Do men get hotter as they get older? Is that a thing? Absolutely. Bye, Pokey. Poke. Shelley. Yes, I think it's a thing. I think I'm better looking now than I was 20 years ago too. Just saying. Maybe it's my appreciation for myself, not necessarily what I look like. Maybe that's why I feel better looking. 1 quadrillion%. Not enough zeros, but that's what I'm going with. 100%. 69%. No, 100%. Yanetti, Alessi, men do get hotter. Yes.
You know, and then in my head I'm like, Do you think you're more attractive to him right now by telling him that
You're telling him what to look at. Just so you know, I have this. I see it too before you do it. But that's why we do it, isn't it? That's why we do it.
But in that real time, it's like if you can catch yourself, now you start to then hopefully change the way you see yourself. Then hopefully you start to change the way you talk. Then you start to.
I think we're going to have to agree to disagree, Joe Schmo. Just not all men, but a lot of men. Aging doesn't seem to, for men, societally, aging doesn't seem to be a drawback. It's a misogyny thing.
To hopefully change your friend's opinion, right? And now it starts like when I think about no bullshit, how are we actually going to change society and how we women can really show our freaking value at any bloody age? It's this. It has to start with ourselves.
You're really good at that, though.
You are.
In terms of yourself, but also with everyone else.
Yeah.
I've been talking to my friends a lot about, or even when I go on podcasts about aging and how until you start looking at yourself in the mirror and being okay with the fact that every single one of us ages and every single one of us, whether it's through our skin, through the way that we can move, through whatever it is, of course, there are things we can do to prevent and make us feel strong and well and our skin look amazing as possible. But as soon as you're trying to create a facade of like making yourself feel younger and younger and younger, at one point, you're going to get to a point where nothing is going to work and you're going to go through a breakdown of saying, oh my gosh, I'm actually old now, rather than taking it step at a time as nature has intended us to. And actually accepting each little thing that comes with aging, this attachment to your body rather than the people around you, rather than your soul, rather than the actual true connection that we're all talking about.
Have you guys seen the Demi Moore movie?
Yes, I started watching it. It's
Okay.
gruesome,
So you
though.
want to talk about, though, the analogy of what we do to our bodies.
Yeah.
We're willing to torture our bodies and put them in pain just for the service of beauty.
You know, I had recently had this conversation with somebody who is older than we are. And she said, you know, it's so sad that the older us women get, we get wiser. We have so much more nurture to give and wisdom. And we are, in general, could be less valued because we're not as beautiful. And as I was listening to this, I thought,
sorry. All right, I'm just going to pause for a second. We all love Danielle. I'm not cutting this out. Before we started rolling, she started saying that she's got a sore throat. Not sore throat because the air we live in LA. So she said, I'm so sorry if I cough over you guys. And I was like, homie, be yourself. So literally, she tapped me to make.
Patricia, we all aspire to be your age because 69 is the age to live for. After that, you can be forever 69, and you've already made the cut because 69. Wait, Nick says, speaking of getting hotter, I'm in the gym right now, doing back, shoulders, and tries right now. I agree with Joe. You've got to keep making that effort. There's one other guy on here older than me. I'm now 52. But to be fair, I don't agree. I don't think men get smarter, but I'm kind of biased. I'm not a huge fan. But to be fair, when people are in their 20s and 30s, it's instinct to migrate to the strong physical attributes. It's breeding instinct that has really not much to do with the other good traits. Facts. Nick, you are a baby. I'm staying here forever. Yes. And just typing 52 seems bizarre to me. I feel permanently 32. I feel permanently like 14. Do it.
Martha just now to pause so she could cough so that we could cut it out. That's how amazing.
I know what you're doing.
So as a friend, we got your back. And how sweet. You didn't even beat, you just stopped. Anyway, so
Are you done?
I was leaving the space because when you're shooting, you can cut that out and then you continue.
Sorry to interrupt, but that was such a beautiful example. It's such a beautiful example, though, of friendship.
yeah.
So it's like, all right, Martha, keep going. Coming up.
The first person you're disrespecting by
Joe Schmurz, Carrie says, I'm 37. I'm a baby. You are a baby. Joe Schmo, would you prefer young Harrison Ford or old Harrison Ford? Young Bruce Willis or old Bruce Willis? Young or old George Clooney, Hugh Jackman, Johnny Depp, Matthew McConaughey? Old to all of them. Seriously. Old to all of them. 100%. What do you think, chat? Carrie, I could be your mom. Carrie, so sorry I didn't see you earlier. Motion to scream. What the fuck says me too? Carry for half a year more. Yep, older. Ladies, what do you think? All those examples given by Joe Schmo. I'm going with older. Older. The latter versions to them all. Yep, older to all. See? The things you learn when you hang out with the chicks. I would prefer all of them in their older eras versions, yes? All of the Johnny eras. Ah!
by not setting a boundary is yourself. Every single woman I know loves shopping and
I don't really love shopping. Not in shops. I like buying things, but not clothes. No, unless it's merch. Miss Shorty merch.
Saying that we're
yeah,
not
so I thought
beautiful.
about it. I was like, oh my god, that's so sad. And at the same time, how much is this?
Micah,
Because she
hi.
was speaking about more in the way men look at the value of women, and I thought, it also depends on what kind of man
Exactly.
you're with.
Yeah.
You know, in the maturity in that man's life that you are with. So you know, if somebody's way younger, they probably see what's out there. But I had this conversation with Lewis the other day, and he said, you know, and that's the beautiful aspect about thinking
Yes,
of us as
Micah.
spiritual beings living in a human body, because what you fall in love with a person, what you start seeing is the
Why older though? You've not really explained. Ladies? How? Why older? Why older? I don't know. They're just more. I don't know why there's more appealing there. Thank you. Yes, motion to scream. What the fuck, dude? We could say it's complicated, but they are just hotter. So superficial, and I hard agree.
the beauty inside starts glowing more than the beauty outside as time passes by and experiences and things that you live together.
I think there are so many people that are going against it though. Like Pamela Anderson is incredible.
God bless that
Kate
woman.
Winslet, phenomenal.
Love.
Yes.
Alicia Keys going on red carpets with no makeup on except for skincare. Like if you're looking for it, there are actually so many incredible examples of people. That was just a few people that I've been seeing talking about this and being like, I actually love my life and I'm 50. I love my life at the age of 60. Like I love my skin. I love my hair. Like there is so many. If you're looking for that, I think there are a good amount of examples of people who are actually like, I don't care. Julia Roberts, phenomenal.
Also, I recently just heard about the grandmother hypothesis.
Oh,
So I don't know if you, so everyone's like, ooh.
Go on, give us a hypothesis.
So basically, it's like, why do women live beyond our periods, right? Because it's like, if we biologically people,
did them.
Yeah, that's it. They're out.
Nick, it's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. I think it'd be hearsay anyway. It's just a vibe.
Procreate. Why do we keep going? And it's the grandmother hypothesis. We have wisdom. We have knowledge that other people don't know and never haven't seen. Men have been out in the wild killing animals. We understand. We understand. If your baby's skin color turns slightly red, it means they could have a fever.
Handy.
It's the grandmother hypothesis, and that is why we women are so damn valuable as we age. We just have to be, we need more people like the Pamela Andersons of the world. That's why I wanted us in onesies, because when we hang out, we are like this. We hang out, we are comfortable, and I want people to see the real humanity behind women instead of what do they look like? Do I like them? Right? Like, let's stop passing judgment.
Yeah.
And I like the onesies. And I also like the makeup. I gotta say that.
Yeah, of course.
Lewis loves when I'm not wearing makeup. He's always telling me, I prefer you with no makeup. But I enjoy doing my makeup. And that is a different, maybe it's a cultural thing because I am Latina, but it's something that us, my mom does it, my grandma does it.
Course.
Well, she's passed away already, but she used to do it. So it's like, there's like a fine line of when do you do things for yourself and when do you do things to impress other people or for other people, right?
Totally.
All right, guys, are you ready to move on?
Yes.
Because we've got so much to talk about. All right, in really making sure that we talk about the things that people really struggle with, I went.
Joe Schmo says, I'm totally free of fucks. Same. Different fucks. Same. Too many kinds of fucks. Zero fucks given or gotten. Working on getting healthier. It's a harder process at my age. It is. The older you get, the harder it gets. Except the harder it gets, if you know what I mean. Carrie says, I've always hung out with older folks. I'm an old soul. Are you saying we're old folks? I mean, like, technically, yes. I'm like, Thoughts and prayers for Carrie hanging out with the old ducks. Is it an alpha male thing? Men to be comfortable being men? I'm not going to be interested in any alpha males. It's a yuck from me. I just like, I like. Hey, what the fuck says I have lots of fucks to give. Go fuck you, and go fuck you. Yes. Yes.
When I don't know if you guys have ever gone to Reddit stories
Oh.
and it's Am I the Asshole? And now we've got a version here at Women
Cool.
of Impact called Am I the Mean Girl?
Okay.
Okay. Now, what it is a pretty long story, so you're going to have to
Okay.
bear with me. But what I want you to do is this side, cue post-production graphics, please, is going to be Mean Girls. And this side, cue graphics, Nice Girls.
Patricia, that's assault. How dare you? I don't think Pamela Anderson is a good example. She has always been too plastic, but now she wears no makeup at all. Zero fucks. I love Pamela Anderson. I won't be offended. I also have a lot of like kind of plasticky stuff about me. I wanted to call our daughter Pamela Allen instead of she's Samantha Allen. My husband, her father was like, we're not calling her Pammy Allen. I'm like, well, but why? Akasha says, I just need some Botox to erase the fucks that I used to give. Same. Life artist, it's our pleasure, but you know what I mean. That's a bad choice of words. Thank you for sharing your pain and your vulnerability with us and feeling safe to do that here. And we are here for you, darling. Take care, and we'll see you in the fight club, which is Discord. Micah says, fun fact about alpha males, it's actually a myth that there are alpha wolves. It's just fucking ego, right? Life artists, love you, take care. Life artists, take care. Hugs. Colors is watching the kitten. Colors, it's a bobcat. You can't keep the bobcat, can you? Your channel, your one day budding YouTube channel, Colors, just turned corners hard. You're going to now be that woman who has a bobcat living in the home. Joe Schmo says, I am 54.9, getting ready to celebrate another trip around the sun. Hugs for life, artist. Colors, is it a dirty kitten? Why does it need to be washed? Big love for you, life artist. Colors, be careful. Cats don't like baths. My Timmy loves water, but it's generally the truth. Micah says, okay, factoid. Alpha males do exist in primates, but they are usually only appointed by the elder females in the bunch. A lot of the alpha males that are elected become tyrannical leaders in the community. Yeah, in humans also. Colors, you have a bobcat? You missed it. Oh, night, Jen. Take care, life artist. It's a regular cat with a bobtail. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Carry on. Wash the cat. Yes, you can keep it. It's called a Manx cat. I'm so glad Pam is finding her natural self also. Okay. Look, we've got a thing. Nice girl, mean girl. This is interesting. I mean, fun. I like the...
All right. Mean girls, nice girls.
Okay.
As I read the story,
Hi, Gigi.
if this woman is a mean girl or a nice girl. So what you want to
I could get there.
So we put it this way. Now, what I want you to do is
Oh, my earballs are like,
sit on the side
too much.
as I read the story. So if I say something that changes your mind, like, oh no, she's not nice. I want you to get up and move over to the other side.
Okay.
So you guys happen to be on these sides. As soon as I start reading,
Pause, Joe. I think Colors has established that it's not a bobcat. It's not actually wildlife. It's just a regular cat. Colors is a magnet for waifs and cats and kittens. So it's all good. Nobody's going to dob Colors into any authorities. Earballs. Akasha, back me up on the earballs.
reading the story, mean girl, nice girl.
Hi,
You've got
Gigi.
the rules.
Yeah.
So I want to know your perceptions of if this girl is a good friend or a bad friend.
Okay.
Is she a mean girl or a
Boring.
nice girl? All right. Are we ready?
Ready.
So This is Am I the Mean Girl for not wanting to babysit my friend's kid?
Oh, thank you,
I
Jen.
am 28 years old and Mia is 34. We've been best friends for 11 years. I love her like a sister and until now we've never fallen out. Neither of us have family close by or wide circle of friends.
Listen to this crazy fucking thing. This chick. It's am I the asshole, but am I the mean girl?
So I really want to try and resolve this issue as
Thank
best
you,
I can.
Akasha.
She's like, aw,
Yeah, I don't
all
think
right,
so.
that's nice. All right, about
I'll
5
just put my feet here.
Come on, I'm on this side as well. All right, cameras,
Nice,
widen. All right, about 5 years ago, Mia told me that if she hadn't met a man by the time she turned 35, then she would
My
go to the
pleasure,
sperm
Jen.
donor route and
Really
become a
is.
single mother. That time has now arrived, so she's planned on starting the IVF process and getting pregnant next year. I fully support her decision, and I think she'll make an incredible parent with or without a partner. The problem started a couple of months ago when she casually mentioned over dinner that her future baby will spend time with me. I laughed and reminded her I've never had any maternal instincts, so the three of us will need to hang out as a trio because I'll be new to being an auntie. She asked, what did I mean by that? So I clarified, I wouldn't be babysitting as I'm not comfortable being responsible for a small
Joe, what do you mean? There's a South American woman, an Indian woman. She doesn't look Indian, but she is. A Sloane Ranger, the girl with the big thick hair, and then Lisa Bilyeu. I don't know their names. I know Audrey. That's it. Carl was on the Young Jokes earlier. They need. I need in the need to go back and watch it. You can do that, sir. No love lost between Mike Crawford and myself. So enjoy. Cheryl, I'll have to check it out. What did I just walk into? Dave, welcome to the slumber party. Here we are. Hi. They're all dressed alike. That's all men pay attention to. That's so woman racist, Joe. What are you saying here? What are you saying? Yikes! Oh my God, are you saying they all look alike? So many times, so many times. Oh, no, it's all good. It goes back to that whole flying monkeys thing, Micah. It's just the whole thing. It's not my thing. Slumber party. We painted Joe's nails and he's now got lipstick on. Bright red lipstick. Hiya, Dave. No, I was actually going to screenshot that. No, wait, I'm not separate. It was just a funny Mike Crawford thing. I shouldn't say anything because I'm sure someone will start. Anyway, Mike Crawford, each to their own. Go for it. Go for it. The world's a plenty big place and so's YouTube. Thank you. What the fuck? Zap!
small child on my own.
Me neither, and I'm a mum.
But I would happily spend time with both of them. Mia went quiet and then moved the conversation along, so I didn't think much of it. Fast forward to yesterday when we were in her car and Mia unexpectedly launched into a story about her friend in Spain who also used a sperm donor to become a single mother, and her friendship circle have been helping look after the baby so she can continue to build her career.
Mia should be in the Mean Girls.
Oh my God. All right, so Mia's over here. All right. Mia then said, having a strong female support network is so important when raising children. I love that we would do anything for each other.
Oh,
she's good dripping
bit
hair.
manipulative.
Yeah. All right, we've got the mother here.
Mia's a bitch.
It gets worse, Akasha.
I noticed she was
One at a
putting a
time.
big emphasis on children and childcare. So again, I reminded her I wouldn't be able to babysit, but was quick to let her know I would support her in any way I could. I told her I would cook, clean, keep her company, be at the hospital, buy her child whatever they need, anything outside of babysitting solo.
Sounds great.
I know I want her as a friend.
Sweet.
She laughed and said, "It's so funny. You have no idea how much you're going to love this baby, and you'll enjoy taking care of your godchild when you realize."
Well, when that happens, then maybe she will. But so
Yeah.
far,
She also might not.
She also might not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alarm bells were going off, so I admittedly took a blunt tone and told her, "It's not going to be my kid. It's hers, and I'm not comfortable with the responsibility of looking after a baby on my own. I have sensory issues and anxiety. Screaming kids make me panic in a big way. I'm not doing it and I'm not changing my mind." She looked genuinely hurt and said most people would do anything to help out a single mum.
Oh,
And she couldn't understand why I wouldn't do this for her. She also said it's worrying and abnormal for me to be so nervous about looking after a baby, and mentioned she doesn't have anyone else to help. So this has come as a horrible surprise.
I think we should
I don't like
also
this
just
friend.
accentuate that Mia hasn't had the baby yet, so she doesn't even know what entails
I
looking
know
after
she
a
is.
baby. Just gonna
And
put
she's
out
made
there.
that choice herself.
She's 100% Indian. Yes, Micah. Yes, she's got the most stunning green hazel eyes. They're glorious.
To have that baby and be a single mum.
Yeah.
That's a choice she's made.
And also,
That's
what
it.
is she doing?
No, she
By
just wants
saying
everyone
this thing
else to
the
do it with her.
friend. Guilt
Yeah.
trip, I think you said earlier, right? Guilt. So the last
That
line,
can be your next movie.
she dropped me home and we haven't
script.
spoken since.
Oh.
I feel awful about it. Am I the mean girl?
No.
No,
No.
she's not.
She just wanted free childcare.
You know,
She's
okay,
setting a boundary, which is very healthy. What are
I
you gonna
also,
say?
well, I think there's two things here, and I think
She doesn't look like that stereotypical brown eyes. I don't know what part of India, Micah, you can tell me. That darker skinned, brown, deep brown, like lose yourself in the deep brown eyes. Indian, that. But she's that. I'm being tropey, Micah. Shame on me. What color is he wearing? I mean, I've got my That's What She Said shirt on. It's Miss Shorty merch. But I don't know about the rest of you. We're planning our onesies for the next one. Steph bailed. She's like, I'm not wearing fucking onesies. Purple. You can have purple, Dave. Yeah, like you. No, you haven't. You look like her. I know because I saw you on Facebook. Did you get my friend request? I'm like, I'm not a stage 5 clinger, okay? Well, I don't know, but yeah, well, there you go. Headshots, jokes, and I am not wearing pink. Akasha, not even for me. Okay, fine. We'll talk about it. We'll talk.
I think this helps a lot of friendships. You shouldn't analyze hypothetical situations either. Like, neither of them have had the child doesn't even exist yet. She's not even gone through the IVF process. So this is very hypothetical. So I think it's very, very hard to judge reactions on hypothetical situations when neither one of them are a mother. So neither one of them understands what it entails, and neither one of them understands, any of it.
How do you get the merchandise? Serious question. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Well, I'm sure there. Boom. It didn't even. Princey dropped it. You can either go to the website missshorty.com and follow the link. The shop in the shop tab. There's so many cool things. We've got shoes. We've got notebooks. We got. Oh, I washed it up. Cool tumblers. The tumblers are made out of metal. Sorry. Walk and talk, chat. Walk and talk. So good quality. I've got this one and the very apt. You're muted, Miss Shorty. You're muted.
Miss Shorty, you're muted. Miss Shorty, you're muted.
That's Joe Schmo, by the way. Can I touch wood? I haven't muted myself tonight and forgotten about it. That's a lot of time for me to not mute myself. 3.5 hours, no mute. Woo. Simi, Steph also said, anyway, there's so many cool things. There's side bags, there's hats, there's bucket hats, there's tights, there's 69 jackets, there's hoodies, there's like we've got something like 250 items on the merch store. I'm not kidding. There's V-neck shirts, there's Adidas hoodies, crew neck jumpers, magnets, stickers, socks. All proceeds from the merch store go to paying my beautiful mod squad a little token amount. It's not much. I don't take any profit from it. And any free Karen Reed stuff goes to Karen's defense fund every month. So it'll be a $50 donation this month to Karen. I'm in black and pink. Black and pink works. What about, thank you, Simi. What about black onesies with pink Shorty 69 on the back? 69 on the back. There, that. Joe, there you go. I am in fact currently wearing pink. I'm certainly not announcing it in here. If I am. If I did it. Okay, thanks, Higgins. Laura, thank you so much. I can't wait for your hoodie to come either. Candy's funny cunt mug arrived very quickly. Candy, I only ordered that a couple of days ago. That's so fast in the States. The garments take a little longer than the printed things like books and cups and stuff. I dig the Camp Shorty music sweatshirt. Same. I just ordered one. I think I just spent like $350 again. Joe, are you wearing a pink tutu? Cheryl's got a lot. I have PJ pants, hoodie, tee. There's big wide PJ pants. They're so comfy. Tank and magnet, lol. Yes, like the hoodie. I would consider it. Yes. So the peeing, I was going to say, what about a onesie with a flap? So you can. Wait, what am I talking about?
Well,
It ships from 20 miles from Princey's house in Texas. Not doxing yourself. Oh my God, how do we get to catheter? Dave said, I never need to have a catheter. Pray I never need to have a catheter. Man, if any of you boys have ever had a catheter in you and had it taken out, the tears flowed down my face for 10 minutes. The t-shirts are such good quality. It's beautiful quality. Like, I'm not just saying that, like, it's beautiful quality. And we've made it as like the price points are as low as possible, which is kind of counterproductive to paying the mods, but I wanted to make the products affordable. So we ain't got no grift, shorties.
The feelings, the emotions, the actual tasks at hand in looking after a child. So first of all, I think friendships will do a lot better if you don't discuss hypothetical situations that nobody is in, and then it result in this. Like, that's just sad at that point.
This is actually really interesting as in kind of a macro view of friendship, because I think it does get in the way of a lot of dynamics, which is the expectation that you put on each other to be.
Pause. Also, back to the merch. Sorry, can't not. I bought an Emily D. Baker merch hoodie. I have two. I have one from her previous range and one from the new range. Anyway, I didn't mean to spend $160 on one hoodie, but with the exchange rate and shipping and my lack of attention to what I was doing, just caught up in the hype of it all, $160 for a hoodie. It is the most, with all due respect, EDB, the most thin, flimsy, shitty quality material ever. I have one at the moment, one of my brand, the autistic as fuck. It's a crew neck jumper, a sweater, no hood. It is the most beautiful, thick material. So good. So good. Yeah, $160, man. I was like, wow. Money ain't no thing. Micah says, look here, even the boys can bond around here. Where's Nick when you need him? Nick, have you had a catheter? Get off the lap pull down and come and talk to us. Dave Channel, it hurts like a motherfucker. I had actually blocked it out of my memory until you mentioned it. Fun fact, I went on a date, a date with this little short guy who drove a Porsche. Anyway, and it was the most horrendous date possibly in the history. And I haven't been on many just like, out of the blue date things. Anyway, he was vile, just such a tedious little man. He was only about my height and I'm only short. Anyway, I digress. And he was driving me home in the Porsche. That was the best thing about him, in his opinion. No, everything about him was great. Anyway, I was just like, get me home. Get me away from this man. What am I doing here? And the conversation descended into his last topic of conversation was about the catheter that he'd had in his penis. I was like, oh, like, I don't mind you guys talking about it, but it's not date material to conversation. And he goes, and like literally midway through the catheter chat he was having with me, catheter chat. He's like, so what am I doing? Am I dropping you home or? And I was like, yes, please. It's been 20 fucking years. Flashbacks. Ouchie. You all ever pushed a watermelon out of your area? Jen, I was like, are you on mushrooms? Wait, what did Jen say that's mushroomy? I just peeked. Oh, I got you. The calm down's going to be tough, Jen. I've seen those catheter commercials. No joke. I got my cup already. Thanks. Yes, good. Money. No, money. I digress as well. FYI, catheters are not super awesome for women either. I can tell you what fucking hurts. Getting the drain taken out of your boobs when you get a boob job. Ow. Probably different to getting a tube taken out of your willy, but okay. Catheter commercials? I mean, why? Princey's like, yikes, my phone's at less than 10%. What are you doing here? You need one of these clip-on things, man. No, not pegging. This is what you need, Princey. You can do whatever you want to do. Charge your phone with a magnetic phone charger. Not sponsored. Amazon. You need the case and the charger. You're welcome. Men are bigger babies about them. Men are bigger babies, period. Full stop. 10 minutes of straight facial tears. Dave, I don't want that for you. I'm sorry that's in your memory. Wait, Jen, wait. Oh my God, my scrolling skills are poor tonight. Princey, what are you on this evening? I like the pink round ones. Dave's reliving a moment. Thoughts and prayers for Dave. Group therapy. Feet hanging off the side of the hospital bed, tears flowing. Oh, Nick came back. I called Nick and he came. Never had a catheter. Never spent more than 4 hours in hospital. I'm so lucky. Yes. Cheryl says yes. 9 pounds 4 ounces. Yep. Wait, wow. Princey said I forgot my microdose this morning because I was watching Miss Shorty. You're such a good woman. The commercials are weird. I haven't seen one. I don't watch any television. I don't think we'd have them in Australia, surely. We're far more. Nick, have you ever seen a catheter commercial? Why? What are they advertising? The hardware for the commercial? Wait, I think we've lost. What are they advertising, actually? What the fuck says Cheryl with an S? Mine was over 9 pounds too, and long. A long thing got you into that trouble, and a long thing came out. Using my son's power bank. Fantastic. Joe Schmo, did you have a vaginal delivery? By the way, I'm time stamping in this episode. I don't know what's going to happen here, but Dave says, I laugh now, but wait till I'm in the home with a catheter. The cuckoo home. We'll be there for you. We'll be there. Okay. Dave says, Lisa, the commercial shows you getting them delivered to your home in a secrecy box. So your neighbors don't know. Who's doing home catheters? I don't understand. Drew, of course I know. Of course. True love forever. Hi, Drew. Good to see you. Never. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't see that bit. Joe has a C-section scar. Joe, gosh. Never. What would they say? Drain your boobs or cock with us? No, thank you. What is happening? I had a feeling this was going to go somewhere like this, but I didn't really know where we were going. I didn't expect to end up here. What do you think? Joe Schmo, 6'8", 350. Dang. You're not actually. Wait, what? Who's what? What are we talking about? I've lost it. They teach you how to use them in a doctor's setting, then you can do it yourself at home. Why? Why? I don't understand why. No lube. See, I knew we'd need the no lube emote at some point. What the fuck? I really digress now. Welcome to Camp Shorty on a Friday night. We have no topic. Oh my God. Yikes. Chat. Hang on. I feel like right now, wait. I feel like right now, I don't know. I think maybe just walk and talk, chat. Just give me a second. I got a lot of fucking scrolling to do here.
Now some music. The supreme leader decrees it.
Don't speak too soon. Let's leave us some room. We reserve the right to be feral for you. For you. Blinking and winking. Got my hand wallet out. It's a ratchet redemption. Gonna chase me some clout. Get me to the testicle festival. Blue balls, bulls, balls, Rocky Mountain oysters. It's a test fest. I fuck, how great. Blink my lips, both sets. Shall we make it a date? Blinking and winking. Got my hand wallet out. It's a ratchet redemption. Gonna chase me some clout. Don't speak too soon. Let's leave us some room. We reserve the right to be feral for you. For you. But is there a boot ball that we can attend? Cause we never ever ever want this feral shit to end. Moist panties, meet curtains. No, Jesus fuck chat, let's fucking go. Winking and winking. Got my hand wallet out. It's a ratchet redemption. Gonna chase me some clout. Moist panties, meet curtains. No, Jesus fuck chat, let's fucking go.
Thank you. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Stay weird. Yes, always. Feral Friday in our pajamas. Yeah, I've got my pajama pants on. I've changed tops all day, all night, since forevermore. You need to go back on a date with, wait, what? No, hard pass. It was like 3 years ago. I can't even remember his name. You need to go on a date with Tiny Porsche Man to find out why he needed a catheter in his cock. Was it infected? Facts, Lisa, bring facts. I was shocked and appalled, and just needed to get out of that car. This is the guy that when we went to get like to a bar, like the Waterfall or something, drinks and some food, and so I ordered a gin and tonic, and cheers, and I drank, and he goes, no, stop. I've told this story before. He goes, we need to make eye contact when we're oh my god, I'm dying. The trauma of it all. Thank you. And so he insisted that we cheers and keep eye contact, and he took the longest, slowest sip of his beer, I guess. I can't even do it to you guys. And held my gaze for the whole time. I was like, okay, I'm out. But I couldn't be out. I was a captive in his little tiny Porsche, in his little tiny manhood. I don't know about his manhood. Yikes. Strongly agree. First and only, man. First and only. She doesn't want to know why I'm traumatized by it. It's not information that I needed. Nobody needs it. Oh, I don't know, shorties. What are you all doing? What are we doing here? I was trying to stay professional. Oh, it was so creepy. It was like, oh, this is the furthest thing from my jam. It's like Laura, yes, Juror 15 trying to hold Laurie's gaze. There's no way back from that, except I had to stay there until I got home. We were a long way. We were like 40 minutes or 30 minutes from where I lived at the time. So thoughts and prayers to me. And I think that was it was my last date, like that kind of day. I was like, I'm done. And it was also dating app shit, like, nope. Just nope. Hang on, look. Oh, wait. We're going back to sensible. Lol. Who would have thought these crazy girls would be more sensible than us?
To be something that you're not. Like, I really believe that friendship is like you meet another person and you accept them fully for who they are. And this is actually really good, in my opinion, very good advice for, making new friends. Is like you go in and what you do is you basically create a safe space where the other person feels seen, understood, heard, and accepted. And hopefully they do it back to you. And that's what
back
you
on track.
Keep an eye out for. But, along the way when you're doing that, you can decide, oh, this person isn't someone I want to be friends with because their values don't align with mine. But also part of friendship, and the beautiful thing about friendship, I think, is the fact that you accept each other and you accept each other's boundaries and each other's differences. And,
I already had the feeling that the Porsche was going to be the only good thing about him. And I'm not even a Porsche person. I don't care about cars. The Porsches, in my opinion, are a little bit gay. but he did drive very fast through the twisting, turning hills of the mountainous region of the well, fuck, I don't know what it's called now. Why can't I remember? Just anyway, that was kind of exciting. That was the best part. And I thought I'd be scared and terrified. Lisa, I accept you. I love you. Thanks. I hope so. Yikes. Okay, so Akasha's getting sensible here now, which is good. Make sure a friend has your location on, yes, and you have a backup so they can call at some point during the date. Yes. So you can decide if you need to have a family emergency to leave. Yes. Why did you go out with him? He sounds like an utter knobhead. Desperate times call for desperate measures, Nick. And these are tips for later. I won't need those tips because I'm never going on a date again, but thank you for everybody else. And now Joe and Mike were talking about coaching soccer. It's so wholesome. We went from catheters to soccer. I love that for us. See, I told you boys were allowed in this chat. Cheryl says, I tend to terrify people with my driving, lol. Oh, thank you. Were you listening? I wasn't listening. That's what a video was saying. The video was saying, Lisa, that a good friend accepts you. Well, I accept you too, Cutlers. I love you very dearly. I love you all very, very much. I do.
You can have different views. So speaking of boundaries, so you mentioned boundaries, you actually mentioned boundaries as well. So this was one of the things from your community.
Rest assured, this man was so tiny. He was a very, very, very tiny little man. That's why he had the Porsche. I think he had 2 Porsches. He was very excited to tell me. They were old Porsches, but whatever. Still Porsches. Man, don't fuck with me. I would have fucked him up in a heartbeat. Like, get the fuck out of here. But take your point. Man, that situation is the least of the risky stuff I've been involved in my life. Just saying.
Community, Marta, that people asked you, how do you set boundaries with friends when they don't actually respect them? So now time
this is important.
We just spoke about, how would you think about, in fact, actually, would you want other ladies? Let's come together. So, because to your point, in an ideal world, we accept each other. In an ideal world, if you're not a mummy person or you're not a babe, like it isn't a big deal. But unfortunately, we realize there are scenarios where someone is going to still have expectations. So how would you in that scenario?
Pause. Simi, did you notice how the numbers went up to like 350 almost when the word got out that I was there? Not the Shorties. It wasn't the Shorties. It was the aunties coming in to get their rage viewing on. I'm happy. It's not a deal breaker, but I'd like to know. Thanks. I think I went real early with that one. Real early. I really did. This.
I mean, good for them. I'm happy. But I just want to make sure that I am still held in the highest esteem of the system. It's not a deal breaker, but I'd like to know. Thank you.
Wait, I say Porsche. Porsches. I was saying Porsches plural. Okay, what do you say? Nike or Nike? Nike. Yep, let them. Oh, once again, people have way too much free time. I'm not getting shit done just doing this. Right, exactly. Like why? Hatred, loathing is a powerful motivator for those kind of people. That's cool. I said to Missy, I'm like, get me on again. They're the best numbers they get good numbers, good views on Justice Serve TV, but get me on again. Good for your views. Will you be going back on Justice Serve TV? Yep. Missy's been trying to get me on since before I did the Joe Tacopina interview. So Nike like crikey. Yes. Oh, what am I doing?
Assuming that that's what someone right now is having, right? I don't know how to set a boundary. I've tried to say what I really think. I've tried to show it with respect.
I live rent-free in their heads.
Because I think we can all agree letting go of our boundaries or negotiating our boundaries shouldn't be the right option, because then you're now telling yourself that you're not worthy. So what would you do in that scenario?
I think you're talking about people pleaser. So it's a new lesson in my life, because I've been not good at setting boundaries. So it's very hard for me, because I want to you know, I'm a peacemaker and I want to have everybody happy and all of that stuff. So that is been a big challenge for me. But I've learned that you can set boundaries lovingly. It doesn't have to come up, you know, sometimes it happens to people that when you have not set a boundary for a long time, all of a sudden you explode. And then everybody goes, what happened to her? You know, she was so nice. And then suddenly, well, that's because you were failing yourself. The first person you're disrespecting by not setting a boundary is yourself. And yet, because you haven't set the boundary, you can feel disrespected by the other people.
Yeah.
But it's like a quiet feeling underneath that starts brewing. So I think having the ability to learn how to communicate a boundary with a lot of love. And so when you communicate a boundary, I think with a lot of love, you don't start with, you did this, you're doing that, you're doing this, and I don't like it. You start with the way you are feeling.
I was reading actually something recently about the kind of in between of asking questions. So even just our reaction, I guess, to that is like, yeah, well, like Mia's the mean girl, right? And so we're taking the stance of like why she's in the right. And I think there's a middle ground, which is like, get curious.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, like Mia, like I would love to understand, like, you know, why you feel that way. I think also comes the book like Radical Candor, which is like this place of like coming from like a loving place, but also like talking about your boundaries. So I think there's this place in between that you.
So we've talked a lot about boundaries. Nick, you fucking creep. I bet they all smell amazing. Not being creepy, mind. And I know the delay's there, so you knew I was going to. A peacemaker in a group can sometimes make things worse. If they want there to be peace over actual resolution to conflict, it can cause things to be worse down the road than if they were first addressed. Agreed. Difficult conversations are important. Just because someone goes, guys, it's all good. Everyone's cool, right? Be cool. But are they? I'm sure they're all very expensive. These women have clearly money to look and smell fantastic. Nick says, I typed that. I thought, oh no. Peacemaker, people pleaser, yes. True, Joe. So we'll watch till the end of the boundaries thing, this little bit, and then I'm gonna let you all go for the night. My captive audience in my stay weird little world. You all are the most feral people I've ever met, and I love it. I wouldn't change a thing. The link to this episode is because there's still so much more lovely. There's some really beautiful moments. So I know a lot of people have dropped off since we first started, but worthwhile watching. I got a lot out of watching this. I thought it'd be kind of fun. Just a good cruisy vibe, yeah, and fun with some group therapy shit as well. So, and I think we got there. We've covered the gauntlet. We've gone from suicide to catheters. Where could you find that anywhere else? Anywhere else? I don't think you could find this. My God, it's been a long day. Yeah. I feel like, hey, I want to take this thing out. This is a clip-on ponytail, and it's with a really hard butterfly clip, and I'm out. Night, Micah. Thank you. This has been amazing. I'm glad we did this. We don't need to stay just only free Karen Reed for the next 8 weeks. We'll all lose our ever-loving minds. So I'll try to schedule in some of this. I'll try to do a group therapy kind of night every couple of weeks in Camp Shorty time. Excuse me. Joe, I get that, says Colours. People often won't let debate happen. I love debating, but someone in the group is always like, oh, guys, let's calm down. We can't debate. Because some people will feel very uncomfortable by it's a kind of a trauma thing. It comes from people's childhoods, that this can be really triggering to have anybody even remotely feel like to be perceived that there could be something that's going to escalate here, and that discomfort, some other people's trauma in that group dynamic might be, yeah, let's fucking go off, and they escalate really quickly. So it can be tricky. I'm all for difficult conversations, but there's some only the cool kids are left. choose your battles also. Like sometimes you just like, sometimes it's kind of no point to have that conversation. Like I've had to make that decision recently. I'm like, do I address this or just leave it? Do I just leave it? You know what? I'm going to leave it. I don't think there's anything to come of that potential conversation. I could have the conversation, but I don't know what the end point will be. So hell no, says Patricia. Oh, Nick, sorry to say, but Virginia, I don't know how to say that, has taken her own life. She's the Epstein Prince Andrew accuser. Jesus Louises. Jesus Louises. No, Micah. Well, it shouldn't escalate. It shouldn't. It's okay to have a different point of view, but people are bringing their own set of tools or lack thereof in conversations. A lot of people feel very uncomfortable about the perception of argument. Debate isn't argument, right? Nick, oh my God, are you serious? I'm a royalist, but I detest Prince Andrew. He's an absolute wrong'un. Oh, dear. Yes, we have all lived different lives. Of course, we are going to have different opinions and beliefs and a set of tools to cope with situations in life. He's a stain on the family. We've lost the art of disagreeing. Hey, it's Chaos. Hi, gorgeous. Good to see you. We're just wrapping it up here. You've missed the feral. We've been a little feral. We've also been deep and meaningful. So thanks for stopping by, darling. Here, let me finish this boundaries thing. But that's tragic news, Nick.
That you can get to quite often by asking loving questions. And even myself listening to that, I was kind of like, yeah, me as the mean girl. But then if we actually pull back, ground ourselves, take a breath and go, okay, what is going on in Mia's life?
A little bit of euphemism.
What actually is she seeking? It might not even be that she's actually seeking somebody to look after her child. She just wants reassurance that she has someone to turn to when she's struggling.
It's like, I know I can cope with this because I have
opening the space for that conversation.
Okay, now I'm going to make it even worse though, because what you guys are saying is amazing. I love the freaking advice. The problem is not everyone in the real world perceives it like that. So you can do all that. Like, okay, me, I'm so, let me talk to you. So imagine you do exactly.
I've actually been in that situation.
Okay, so now when someone doesn't receive, I want to get to like the real hard thing. When someone doesn't receive it and you try, you do everything you just said, and you reach out and you're empathetic and you understand where at some point, if someone keeps ignoring your boundaries, what do you do?
Well, I feel I have obviously changed a lot over the years.
Walk away. I walk away. I'm like, yeah, no, it's going to be a no from me. You just no. Sidebar. We'll listen to the rest. One more thing. I just noticed that finally, because before I'd be like trying to point to the screen on my screen, and I'd always point the wrong way because it's different, weird. I don't know. I just realized that when I point to that screen, I'm actually pointing the screen that you guys, it looks right. It's like magnificent. Sidebar.
As all of us, I'm sure, have. But for a lot of my friends, when I first came to LA, or even some of my friends at home, I was always readily available because I hadn't figured out parts of my life. And so if someone wanted to go for a workout in the middle of the day, I'd be like, yeah, of course I'll come with you. Or if someone wanted me to show up last minute to just go house hunting with them, I'd be like, yeah, of course I'll be there. So I was like that friend that anyone could call on to just be readily available. And so I became not that person. And what I realized is it takes a lot of training, like what we were talking about before, of when I am changing, I kind of have to let people know that I am trying to make a change in these areas, or that I am no longer that person. And so for a friend or a few friends, they were so confused why I'm not readily available for them anymore. Like why I'm not okay when you just start canceling, why I'm not okay when you decide that you just want me to show up and then you cancel on me. And it was such an interesting switch, because then the conversation was like, oh my gosh, but you used to be so like this. And
they say it as a negative. It's never like as a compliment.
It was like, you used to look.
Pause. I'm just going to leave with my thoughts on my experiences on setting boundaries. I've been pretty good on setting boundaries, but sometimes I let things, I'll let things slide for a little while, and then I'm like, nope. And I've never had anyone sort of verbalize to me, But hey, you used to let me do X, Y, and Z or say X, Y, and Z, and now you don't. But I've felt the very strong arcing up. I felt the pushback from people pretty recently, in the last months, even last 4 or 5 months, and more recently. And all I can say to you all is boundaries are so important. They do so in a not so direct way. Yes, in my experience, they keep trampling all over, like disrespecting and disregarding the boundaries you're setting up. And that's when I go, like, I'm out. You do you. I'm not interested in that treatment. That ain't it for me. That ain't it for me. So Shorties, it's late for you all, I presume, for most of you. It feels, I don't know what even is time. I've been up since the dawn of time, literally. Not. This episode is linked in the description box if you'd like to keep watching. They're in little segments anyway, so we've caught a lot of it, I guess, if we're paying attention. Thank you so much all for being here and for getting feral and getting deep and meaningful. They are offended when you do not acquiesce. Nick, remember how I said it's Friday? Yeah, I've been up for 12 hours now. I'm fading. Nick, remember when I said that word to you? Expect me to acquiesce. Not about Nick. And Nick was like, acquiesce on what? I'm like, taking the shitty treatment. Nope. Thank you for another amazing chat conversation. No, thank you. You all make the chat amazing. I'm just here to kind of facilitate it and let it go completely off the rails wherever needed. Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love you all very, very much. I'll see you tomorrow night for night number 10 of 10 Nights of Shorty. At least we've got one more night. You all have been troopers, soldiering through with us. Soldiering through. Yes, Chaos, I'm so glad you did too. Thank you, Candy. I'm so glad your mug arrived. That's fantastic. Good night, Shorties. Good night, friends, Shorty friends. Wait, I'm just doing this little quick something right here. Something. Because I'm a fucking professional. Sweet dreams. I love you all very much. I got to go and order some wine to be delivered because I can't leave my house. Mwah! Oh, wait, I pressed the wrong thing. Fuck. I love you.
I love you all so very much. We had a blast, just chatting and stuff. Things may have gone bit off the rails. Professional when all else fails. 'Cause chat is babe, so much to say. Emotes and all the caps out. May have been cheese, bit faster please. The time has come, Camp Shorty out. We're skating through all the tough things, learning about this and that, defense motions, prosecution, and narcissistic twats. 'Cause chat is babe, so much to say. Emotes and all the all caps out. May have been cheese, bit faster please. The time has come, Camp Shorty out. Community, just you and me. Occasionally, Buster and Poppy. It's a whole thing. Miss Shorty swing. Together we make each other happy.